Okay, my name is Robert Pollock, and I'm with Bloom Healthcare. I'll be doing your pre-screening today before you see the doctor. Just real quick, what's your name?
Tania.
Tania? Okay, Tania. How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, cool. How's school going?
Schools. It can be a little stressful sometimes.
Yeah. Well, what's your major?
Social work.
Yeah, I heard that can be really hard at times.
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah.
understand that. Okay, so kind of just some questions in this pre-screening. We screen everybody on this, so this is not like us singling you out or anything. But we're gonna ask you some questions about drug use, alcohol use, and just some mental health. Okay. So first off, Tania, how many times in the past 12 months have you had 4 or more drinks? And keep in mind that we define a standard drink as 12 ounces of beer, and so like a 12-ounce can, 8 to 9 fluid ounces of malt liquor, and this is depicting it in a 12-ounce glass. 5 fluid ounces of wine, so about a wine glass, and then 1.5 ounces of spirits, 80 proof spirits, so about a shot.
I happen to take a few shots. I would say I take maybe 3 shots, maybe 4 days out of the week.
Okay. So has that ever been more?
No, I tend to just keep it at 3 because after 3 I get a little, on the drunk side.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me. So the next question is, how many times in the past 12 months have you used an illegal drug? And keep in mind, prescription drugs for non-medical reasons also fit that category.
No.
No?
Nope.
So you regulate your medication really well?
Definitely.
Good. That's a very good thing to do. Next one. Over the past 2 weeks, have you often been bothered by little interest or pleasure to do things?
Maybe like 2 days out of the week I have been.
Okay. Do you know any reason why? Like, did tests go
just
hard?
like classwork. Yeah, classwork can be very challenging for me.
Okay. And would you say that, like, when you're feeling that, like, kind of down about it, do you kind of find yourself going for getting more alcohol than normal, or?
Maybe on those days I'll like increase it a little, just maybe by like a glass or 2.
Okay. That's okay. Thank you for sharing. So how often are you in the past 2 weeks feeling down, kind of depressed or hopeless about things?
These past 2 weeks have been great. I've been cool.
These past 2 weeks?
Mhm.
How about before that?
You said how many days?
Just if you have.
Maybe 1 day.
Maybe 1 day.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, Tania, based on your responses to the pre-screening, I'd like to give you another questionnaire about alcohol use. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So, kind of keeping in mind, this is based on, again, 12 fluid ounces of beer, 8 to 9 of malt liquor, 5 of your standard wine glass, and then about 1.5 ounces of 80 proof spirits, so a shot. Okay? So, first question. How often do you have a drink containing alcohol?
Weekly.
Okay, so would
Maybe
you say
about
2 to 3 times a week or 4
about
more?
2 to 3 times, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day when you are drinking?
Like I said earlier, maybe 3. About 3.
About 3? Okay. And it's never It's usually always around 3. It's maybe sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less.
Mhm.
Okay. How often do you have 4 or more drinks on one occasion? The answers are never, less than monthly, monthly, weekly,
I'd say less than monthly.
less than monthly. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so how often during the last year have you found that you were not able to stop drinking once you had started? And the answers are never, less than monthly.
I'd say about less than monthly.
Okay. Okay. How often during the past year have you failed to do what was expected of you because of drinking?
Less than monthly.
Okay. How often during the past year have you needed a drink first thing in the morning to get yourself going after a heavy drinking session?
Less than monthly.
Okay. How often during the past year have you had a feeling of guilt or remorse after drinking?
I'd say about weekly.
About weekly. Okay. Thank you for sharing. How often during the past year have you been unable to remember what happened the night before because of your drinking?
I'd say about monthly.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, so have you or someone else been injured because of your drinking?
No.
Good. So when you drink, you do it responsibly.
Mhm.
Good. Has a relative, friend, doctor, or other healthcare worker been concerned about your drinking and suggested you cut down?
Yeah, but not recently.
Okay. So has that occurred in the past 12 months?
Yeah, I'd say about past.
Okay. Give me 1 second while I tally this up.
Okay.
Would you like me to share results with you?
I mean, I guess you can.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
So, Tania, based on your responses you gave me, you scored a 17 on this. So, the 17 kind of falls in this harmful range, where your drinking could be hazardous to you or other people. Do you agree with this score?
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, I don't go out and drink. I do it in my own personal space, preferably alone. And it helps me get through life.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit more about like why you choose to do it alone, or because you said preferably alone?
Yeah, I'd rather not do it in the midst of people because I just feel more content when I'm alone by myself.
Okay. And again, do you feel that a lot more when you are having like those sides of like, oh, it's just not my day today?
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to like, has anybody really told you about your been concerned for you? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I mean, there was one time my roommate came in and she, had to carry me to my bed and stuff, and I was just throwing up everywhere. But it was just on one of those days where I just drink more than I normally do.
Okay. So with that, right, how informed were you about the risks of drinking?
I mean, I know it isn't good for you, and some alcohols hit harder than others, I guess.
Yeah, so actually we have a standardization of what a low risk drinking limits are.
Okay.
So really decreasing those risks of any of those negative side effects that you were mentioning. Okay, so Tania, I'm assuming You're a woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in women,
Do I look like a man eater or something?
no, I just want to make sure, I just want to make sure I'm identifying you
Yeah.
as how you want to be identified. Cool. So for women, in a single day, it falls under no more than 3 drinks per day.
Okay.
Okay. And then in a week, you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In a week, it falls under no more than 7 drinks per week. And again, keeping in mind that it's the standardized drinks of the 12 ounces of beer, 8 to 9 malt liquor.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've done really well though. I do 3 drinks, no more than 3 per day, but I didn't know about no more than 7 a week. I just thought if you keep it at that amount every day, you'll be fine, but I guess not.
Yeah, and that's a good point that you bring up. Like, you've been really good in the single day type.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some of the, guess what the audit, the questionnaire was really bringing out is kind of this per week thing. It
Yeah.
could be that harmful behavior that you're having.
I can kind of get that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think on the audit you kind of talked about maybe not fully being able to do a lot of your stuff, or like kind of waking up and being like, I really need a drink right now. Like I'm really not where I need to be. So again, kind of in this per week thing, that could be something that you're dealing with.
Okay.
So have you thought about ever changing this behavior?
I mean, here and there, I wouldn't say like it's on my mind every time I drink because like I don't have a problem, but there are times when I wake up from a rough night of drinking and it's just like, why did you do this to yourself? So I would like to not want to drink, but there's just sometimes where I just need it just to like relax my nerves and just calm myself.
Yeah, and I'm not asking you to completely stop. I mean, it's completely up to you whether you either reduce your amount or still keep drinking.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of based on this, would 7 or what would be your goal if you wanted to reduce?
I think I could probably cut back to 2 a day.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I can do no more than the 7. I'm willing to do that. I would like to not, want to drink as much.
Okay. So if you could rank that on this ruler right here, 0 being not at all willing to change, and then 10 being very, very willing to change, where would you say you would fall on that?
Maybe about a 4. I think a solid 4 would do.
Okay, so why are you at a 4 and not at a 1?
I mean, if I was at a 1, it just means that I would like to stay in my same behavior pattern, and I don't want to, stay in that same pattern. I want to, get better for myself and, take more care of my body.
Okay, that totally understandable. I guess my second question would be, what's it gonna take to get you from a 4 to like a 6 or a 7?
If I didn't have the stress of college and like financial worries, that would definitely like put me up there, because then I wouldn't have to drink really like that. That's what's gotten me drinking so far now. So if I didn't have to worry about school and stuff, then I'd be up there.
Okay. Would you mind if I offered you some advice on some stress relief?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So on campus, right, we have the rec center that a lot of people go work out to release some stress. We have different clubs and organizations just to get your mind off of schoolwork for a little bit. Also, possibly getting out and trying to find a couple of friends here and there, just so you're not always thinking about school, even when you're alone or when you're doing whatever you do with your life.
Okay, I can see that, I guess.
Would that be something you'd be willing to try?
Yeah, I see why not. I do it.
So I'm getting ready to wrap up. Doc will be in shortly, but would you mind coming in about 4 to 6 weeks just to track your goal of trying to get reducing your drinking, and then also trying to create a new friend network?
I'd rather not come in personally. There where like you can like call me or
Oh, yeah, we
email or
can-
something?
We can for sure call, email,
Yeah.
whatever works for you best.
I'd rather prefer it like a call.
Okay,
Yeah, a
yeah.
call would do.
And that would be the number that you left with the attendant, right?
Yep.
Okay, for sure. We'll call you in about 4 weeks, okay? Probably, what time works best for you?
Evenings work better.
Like after 4?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool. It was really nice to talk to you. It was really nice to meet you. And like I said, the doc will be in shortly.
Thank you.